Yes, that was a mullet back in 19. I think it was in, I'm not sure. I don't know where that picture came from. That was my family. Even. When I was thinking of what to say, I'm going to take a lesson from my 8-year-old nephew who's sitting straight away front and center. And he was in a play last year. He was the mayor. And they were rehearsing in a school. But the actual play was in another auditorium. So everyone was really worried that the lights and everything was going to be just throw everybody off. So someone up to Alex and goes, "Are you nervous?" He goes, "Nervous? Why? Everybody gets to look at me. I get to see them. What could be better?" So that's the lesson I'm taking from Alex tonight. Obviously, to receive this type of honor, you don't do it by yourself. Francis, stop crying. It's done by all the people, past and present, all my players in the past, all the current players, future players. It's all the support I've gotten from Ithaca College, my staff. 21 years ago, I did not have a full-time assistant, so all the people that were part-time assistants, Jim was one of them. That was Jim Mullins. He's our men's basketball coach. I've had Dan Raymond, who's our women's basketball coach, who currently volunteers his time. And I'm so fortunate because I'm surrounded by such great people. How can you be not successful? So it's because of all of them that I'm up here tonight to get to talk to you. Thanks, Nick. That was a beautiful tribute. Nikki was my first student athlete inducted into the Ithaca College Hall of Fame. And she's a 2-time All-American for me and also brought us to the first World Series that I got to coach in. I want to thank the NFCA, Lacey Lee. Thank you. Lacey Lee was really helpful about 4 weeks ago with a picture dilemma. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful dinner. It's a wonderful evening. This is always my most favorite evening of the convention, and it will be my favorite part as soon as I get to sit down once again. I want to take time to congratulate Ralph. We'll always be connected, Ralph. There's really something special about softball and the NFCA. There's a connection between all the levels, and that we are in this all together. Everyone wants to help, and people are so willing to share their knowledge. People like Patrick, Carol Ruggeman, John Cheetah, Bill Edwards, Mike Andrea, just to name a few of the people I've learned so much from over the years. But on a more personal level, Sean Cotter, Pete Managia at UConn camp all the time, and George Wares. And a whole host of other people that I get to talk with. And they make this game a fast pitch as great as it can be. No program is bigger than this game, but the diversity of all the programs across all the levels is what makes this sport and our association so great. I hope this never changes. Just an example of how special this association is and the people that are in it. I need to thank all those who came to my family's support when my mom was tragically killed over the summer. It made me quickly realize how lucky I am to be part of something this great and special. That so many people across all the divisions sent notes and cards and words of support, tremendous caring. I know my dad was in awe when I would call him and tell him who wrote a note or sent a card or gave a call. He'd always comment how lucky I was and how I was surrounded by great friends. Well, I agreed, and it made me quickly realize how lucky I am and how special you all are. I deeply appreciate the notes sent by many of you, the cards, the messages, the phone calls always seem to arrive at just the right time on a particularly difficult day or week. And I want you to know that I take great comfort in the messages sent by all of you. Thanks so much to all of you out there that did that. I need to thank all the people that are responsible for nominating me. I'm not quite sure of everyone involved. Hannah has filled me in here and there on people. But again, I don't know, I can't think straight much anymore. But I know George Wares and Alicia O'Brien began the process. My assistant, Hannah Charlotte, and our former assistant athletic director, Ernie McClatchy, did the undercover work to get the information. Ernie was particularly sly. He just interviewed for his current position, the Director of Grounds and Transportation at Ithaca, and I had written him a letter of recommendation. So he called me and said that HR now required a resume from all the people that wrote the letters of recommendation. And he goes, "Our coach, I needed it yesterday." Well, hook, line, and sinker. I was stupid. I fell for it all the way. Hannah's over there chuckling because I go, how'd you get the information? Well, you did it, Deb. You gave us all the information. I'm extremely touched by your support. So when my name was announced at the conclusion of the Hall of Fame dinner last year, that was indeed the biggest surprise of my entire life. I barely stood up. Hannah kind of nudged me and said, "Are you going to stand up?" I think that was a great secret, well kept. I want to take time now to acknowledge the 3 people that helped produce the video, since they're all in the Ithaca softball family. My former player, Laura Remia, who was just inducted into our Ithaca Hall of Fame this past fall. She graduated from our Park School of Communications, and as you saw, she was a 2001 Division III Player of the Year. Also, 2 current players who also helped our undergrads in our Park School, junior Carrie Ann D'Alessandro and freshman Dina Lindbergh. So it surely was all in the family. It was a great tribute. Thank you so much. There's a few people that made the trip out here to Vegas to celebrate this evening with me. Ernie and Andrea McClatchy. I love you both. They offered me tremendous support over the years on and off the field, and been there every step of the way for me. Our current assistant athletic director, Michelle Manning, she kind of did a lot of running around today. She's in charge of the big bash later on. She took charge of it. She's been a tremendous support to me as well. I haven't really known her since just July, and it's been awesome. She's helped us out so much. Thank you so much, Michelle. Also, she is a former softball coach, and she is in charge of budget. That's a good deal. Our associate athletic director, Mike Woodberg, who you saw in the film, would have been here, but he had accompanied our women's soccer team to San Antonio to compete in the Final Four this weekend. Awesome. Mike actually couldn't wait to come when I committed to this evening as soon as I got back from San Diego last year. Several former players are in town for tonight's festivities. They're over at a couple of tables over there. My family's the noisy one. Kids are behaving over there. Please accept my heartfelt thank you, for it is because of all of you and your efforts, your commitment, your passion and love that allows me to stand before you, everyone this evening. You all have the heart and character that made me so proud when you represented the college on the field and in the classroom. You'll always be one of mine. Thank you so much for all you did and for all you continue to do for our program. Thank you. I have 2 current student athletes here as well. They asked permission and gained it. They're my 2 team captains, senior Aaron Jacoby and junior Molly O'Donnell. As leaders, you are unselfish, you're caring, and you're dynamic leaders. And you're going to drive us a long way because of that. Thank you for your constant support, especially during this difficult time in my life. Thank you. I need to thank all the fellow Division III coaches and the people that came to Vegas tonight to support me. I'm very touched and I'm very honored. To the Empire 8 coaches, Lenny, you're there, Jack, Erica was here, I don't know if she's still here. Thank you. And to all the coaches we faced during the regular season, from spring trip to postseason, you make playing the games and competing so much fun. I have so much respect for all the hard work you all do in recruiting and the pride that you take in producing a great team on the field. You all are my driving force and definitely make me a better coach and a better competitor. There's one coach present tonight, Sandy Hollander. You are the only coach I've competed against all 23 years of my coaching career at Ithaca College so far. Thank you for your excellence on the field, for your tremendous support off the field, and your continued friendship. Thank you. Oh, and moving your field from that psychiatric center. I'm very grateful to the following coaches. Joe Jacobet, formerly the head coach at Baldwin Wallace, George Wares at Central, Leslie Huntington at Wisconsin Eau Claire, Dick Lloyd at Cornell, for entrusting me with some of your brightest stars and encouraging them to come to Ithaca College to not just pursue their masters, but to continue their growth in the coaching careers by working with our program. I've been blessed with great individuals from your programs who are dedicated, eager, and passionate to share what they learned from you to bring that to Ithaca College and teach and coach and grow as your coaches. I'm very flattered for the respect and trust you had in our softball program and in me. Some of the best times were the talks in the office when your former players, my GAs, would come and we would just shoot it around a little bit. We would talk about everything from softball, a little bit of softball, but a lot more of other things. It was just so much fun. And many of these people now are head coaches at the collegiate level, and that's to your great work that you've done with them in their 4 years in your programs. Thank you. Back in '88, in the fall of '88, Ithaca College and the current AD, Bob Demi, hired me and took a chance on a relatively inexperienced coach. Bob and Kristen Ford, our associate AD, must have seen something in me 24 years ago. I'm just grateful they gave me such a great opportunity. Bob stayed patient, particularly in those early years. He would often come, we'd have end of the year talks, with the AD because you get evaluated. And he would go, Deb, could you be just a little less intense? And I'm like, Bob, are you telling that to the baseball coach? It's like, so he stayed patient with me, and Kristen offered great guidance and along the way fought some of the tough equity battles that existed in the early 90s. Ultimately, Ithaca College and our athletic department began that long road to establishing equity. I'm extremely fortunate to be a part of the Ithaca College community and to be able to teach and coach at this college. I have the best grounds crew ever.
Yeah.
What a great fit. I'm a queen and they treat me like that. I have 3 very important people I need to thank. First, Brian Macri, our Vice President of Student Affairs, and the answer to the Student Affairs, for his tireless support, along with Ken Cutler, our Director of Athletics, and Tom Rashan, our President of the college. Because of these 3 people and their support and resources committed to our program, we received a pretty sizable facelift to our field this past summer, and it's now truly a beautiful facility.